I love air purifiers. Not only do they help reduce smells and remove contaminants from your air, but they do an incredible job of dealing with pet hair. And I have a long-haired ragdoll kitty, and so this is key. Not only is this a fantastic air purifier, but it also has built-in features specifically with your kitty in mind. So let's unbox the Yaber Pets air purifier that I was just gifted and see if this really holds up to what I'm expecting, because I'm expecting a lot from this air purifier. Let's get to it. Now, first impression is it is actually a little larger than I expected it to be. I thought it was going to be narrow, so I'm pretty excited to get this out of the box, but it's very well packaged, so let me get everything out of this box. Now, here it is out of the box. You'll see that the top actually has a little spot for your cat to perch, and along the bottom there are actually little balls that shoot around so it can become a toy as well. It has a LED touchscreen with buttons down the front, and it has an app. On top of that, the cord is a cloth braided cord, which I really think it's important for pets in general. If you have a cat that chews, that you have a braided cord. I cannot confirm right now, but I would assume that this is a lower voltage as well, but really nice there. And then it does have a HEPA filter, and you do need to pull out the HEPA filter to start because it's going to be covered in plastic. So let's pop that out. And I missed some tape. Now here is the filter. This is an H13 HEPA filter, and you can see from the inside that there is a carbon filter, and it has a mesh filter, and it actually has a bit of fabric over the front of the filter as well. So there's a lot going on here. I really like how fine these are, and specifically these fabric cover, as that's going to really help with the cat hair, but that's not all. It actually has an additional filter that you wrap around it, and this is your pre-filter. So this is going to really help with that pet hair. And for this, it has kind of a plasticky weave side and then a cotton layer. You want the cotton layer on the outside, and then you're just gonna stick it on your filter. So it has an adhesive on it. Stick that on. So let's just wrap it around and then see if I can get it to hook with this adhesive. I pulled the entire adhesive off the first time, but I assume this is double-sided tape, so let me be a little more careful this time. Yes, it's a double-sided adhesive. And so once you have that in place, you're basically just using that double-sided tape to make sure that you can get this tightly around the whole filter. And my cat's here to help. So this is a 3-stage filter. It has this fabric pre-filter, it has the HEPA filter, and then it has the activated carbon filter. That's a lot of filtration. I really love that. So I'm just gonna stick this right in. That's ready to go. Stick back on the cover. And before I plug it in, I just want to point out that you do have a full manual, you have a quick start guide, and it comes with a bunch of cute stickers. Well, let's plug it in. Now I can obviously turn it on manually. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. I'm really excited for this to test, but I do want to start by setting up the app. So I'm gonna hit add device on the Yaber Pets app. You'll have to download it. It's in App Store or Google Play and create an account. So if I hit add device, it's going to search for nearby devices, or I can add it manually. I know that's the same device, but let's see if it can find it really quick. I have a feeling I need to hold down this Wi-Fi button until it starts blinking, and now it should find it. There it is. So now I'm gonna tap to connect, and then of course it wants me to enter my password. That's so this can report to me and I can change anything on it when I'm not at home. This is my Wi-Fi password. So I'm gonna do that real quick here. And while that's connecting, I am loving that this is telling me the particulates in my space right now. I'm really excited to check all these details out. So it looks like it's going to take, oh, that was really fast. So it is connected and it is on. Let's check this out. It says my air quality is excellent, hence the green light. It has 100% on my filter life, and then I have So many options here. So on mode, I can do auto mode, which is what it's in. So if it notices that the air is getting dirty, maybe I'm cooking, maybe something else is going on, that it's noticing a lot more particulate in the air, it's going to automatically speed up or slow down. Right now, since the air is excellent, it is very low. It's next to silent. Then we have sleep mode. And once you give it a second in sleep mode, it's going to turn off all of the lights and go lower. So really, really nice that you don't have something bright in your space. Then you have pet turbo mode. And pet turbo mode, I assume, is going to go into turbo clean mode. And that is definitely more of a turbo mode. It is sucking air in through the filter, and then it's flowing up and it's coming out this section right here all the way around. So really nice. And then of course you have just 3 basic modes. You have low, which of course is going to be a low fan. Then you have your manual middle mode, which is also extremely minimal. And then you have high mode, which is high before you hit the turbo mode. So it's just not as powerful as turbo mode. And as you can see, my cat is already enjoying the little balls on the bottom, so that's pretty cool. And now let's get to the rest of these. I'm gonna go to auto just while I check them. We do have a child lock that'll make it so all the buttons don't work. And we have this air quality light that I already talked about. It's green because it's excellent. If it was just good, this would turn blue, poor, orange, and very poor. This whole light will turn red. If for any reason you don't want the light at all, you can just turn that off, and it's much more minimalist. And then you can schedule it. So if, for example, you don't want this running at night and you only want it running during the day, you could just set that up. And it looks like you can schedule when it turns on and when it turns off. So I can set up each one. So that's nice and clean. One thing I am noticing here is it doesn't give me any historical air quality reporting, which would be cool. That's not something that you always see. I don't actually have that on my other air purifiers, but you know, it's always kind of fun things to find out. I would love to know how my particulates change over time. But right now, my particulate count is 5, which is excellent. So that's great to see. And this is matching everything on the app very cleanly. It just switched down to 4. I can see that they're both at 4. It's going down even more. It's going to 3. So really nice and clean on the app. Let's just check what else is on the app. If I go to settings, there really isn't anything else going on. So the app really is just to serve you, and you don't really need it. I would say the main reason to use the app is to schedule this if you want to, or to check on your air quality if you're not at home. So if there was any reason or cause for concern, you could go to this and see how the air is in your space. Let's look at it close up. Now here it is close up. I'm definitely gonna have to put this somewhere where my cat will enjoy sitting on it, because it is a great little perch, as you can see here. Now, close up on all of these different buttons here, and my cat's very curious as well. We have the mode button, and this is going to go through the fans, and then it's going to have the sleep mode. And remember, this is the sleep mode where all these lights will turn off, as you can see there. And then finally, it can be in pet turbo mode. This is where it's going to pick up quite a lot. And then the regular automatic mode, which means it will adapt to what it's sensing in the air. You have a timer, and so if you're not using the app, you can use this to have it turn on or off at specific times. Since it's on now, it's going to run for 4 hours and then turn off since I set that. It has the child lock, and if you hold this down, it's now in lock mode. Nothing's going to work. And if you hold this again, it'll unlock, so everything works. And then this is just your filter reset button when you change out your filter. And this is if you need to connect to Wi-Fi again. Overall, really quite clean. Obviously, my cat is enjoying it, and that's a win for me. If he'll hang out on this and this will collect all his fur, that would be huge since he is a fur ball. And I do love that it has this little run along the bottom, and that if I wanted to, I could stick different little toys in this that match the size of these balls, because you can force them out if you need to. And that actually gives me a lot of customizability. So that's really quite cool there. Now I would say that there are sleeker looking air purifiers out there, but for an air purifier, this is a pretty nice, clean tower here. It definitely has the ventilation I want to see. I really like that it has the features for my cats. I especially love that 3-stage filtration and all of the control I have on the app. So this is a really nice cat air purifier. I think you're going to love it, and I think your kitties will as well. The Yaber Pets air purifier has met my expectations. This is solid all around.